What is up, guys, and welcome to the WWE Fastlane 2015 results, review, reaction, etc. We're going to be going through every event. I'm going to be giving you my thoughts on the events, the matches, and where I believe this leads forward. And overall, I was relatively impressed with WWE Fastlane. Going into it, I was looking forward to it, but you know, weren't expecting too much. And to be honest, it gave me. I'm certainly looking forward to Monday Night Raw tonight. Really pumped for Monday Night Raw, which is always a good thing when you watch a pay-per-view. So anyway, we're going to get kicked straight into it. A lot, and it felt like WrestleMania season. It had to be said, which is good because previously I haven't really felt like it was WrestleMania season. Last night, it definitely did. Couple of good matches, a couple of terrible finishes in my opinion. And some stuff to look forward to. So yeah, we'll get right into it. And the first match was the Authority. So Kane, Big Show, and Seth Rollins versus Ryback, Dolph Ziggler, and Erick Rowan. Oh no. Christ alive, just knocked the bloody microphone over. I hope it's still recording. Yeah, it is. Apologies about that. But anyway, Authority versus Ryback, Dolph Ziggler, and Erick Rowan. The problem with this match for me was I was sitting there and I was thinking, this should have had a bit more story to it. It should have had a bit more build to it, and there really wasn't. However, the match itself wasn't too bad. The ending, it just pisses me off. I mean, why are the Kane and Big Show pinning and looking strong? I am sick and tired of seeing Big Show's face. Kane I can cope with of sorts, but Big Show is so boring to watch for me personally, and I was so pissed off that happened. But essentially what happened was it was quite a decent finish. Big Show of sorts, although I wasn't happy that it was Big Show thingy. Big Show done the knockout punch from the outside. Well, Ziggler was like on the second rope or something. Big Show outside the ring, not legal in the match, done the knockout punch. Kane, I think, then like kind of chokeslammed him, but kind of fucked up, and they got the pin in 1, 2, 3. They then continued their attack on Ryback, Dolph Ziggler, and Erick Rowan after the match, and then Randy Orton returned. Finally, and I went fucking mad. It was predictable. It was a predictable move from the WWE. You felt like it was going to happen. However, it was so good to see Randy Orton back in the WWE ring. A lot of people saying that they took too long to bring Randy Orton back. I don't think they did. I honestly don't think they did. I thought that was the right time, excuse me, to bring Randy Orton back and set up his feud with Seth Rollins. He literally RKO'd J&J Security. He RKO'd the Big Show. Did he RKO the Big Show? I'm pretty sure he did. He RKO'd Kane, and he narrowly didn't RKO. He nearly RKO'd Seth Rollins, but Seth Rollins ran away into the parking lot. It was absolutely hilarious, setting up their feud for WrestleMania. And let me tell you, the WrestleMania card is looking very tasty, to say the least. And I cannot wait for this feud. It's going to be absolutely awesome, and it's great to see Randy Orton finally back in the WWE. You weren't there since Survivor Series, a few weeks before Survivor Series. I don't think it's been too long though. I think they got it about right. We then had Stardust versus Goldust. Now the Stardust even came out in new ring attire, which I quite liked. I thought that was good. I think it was decent to change up his ring attire. He was kind of in just sort of I want to call them shorts, but they weren't. But essentially, he didn't have a shirt on. That was basically what it was. He still had the paint on. I don't think he had as much paint on at all, and it was rubbing off very quickly in the match. But Goldust felt like it was reluctant that he didn't really want to fight Stardust, but he had to, and you know he did fight him, but he was always sort of holding back. You did feel. He eventually did get the win. The match wasn't great. To be honest with you. Because I feel they were restricted because they knew that this is going to be a rematch at WrestleMania, so they were restricted to give too much away, and this was kind of a taster to entice us into the match at WrestleMania. The win went to Goldust with a lucky roll-up. And the ref fucked up because He didn't count 3, yet he rang the bell. It was so fucked up. But anyway, Stardust was shocked. Goldust was sort of walking off. They both walked off. Kind of shook hands, not particularly, but did. And then, holy shit, there was one of the best promos I think I've ever seen. Well, certainly recently, short promos I've seen from Stardust. Holy shit, he attacked Goldust backstage, essentially confirming their match at WrestleMania 31, and then he cut an absolutely unbelievable promo to Dusty Rhodes. It was phenomenal, and just shows how fantastic Cody Rhodes is, stroke Stardust, at promos, and how he has a huge future in the WWE, if given the opportunity. And I cannot wait for this match at WrestleMania. So essentially, the first 2 matches have created WrestleMania matches. The third was the Usos versus Cesaro and Tyson Kidd for the Tag Team Championships. Now, I expected the Usos to win. Cesaro and Tyson Kidd picked up the win and become the new WWE Tag Team Champions. And that is a shock for me personally. I was pleasantly surprised when they won this match. The match itself was very, very good, to be honest with you. One of the best matches of the night, like I said it would be. Wasn't match of the night for me, because the match of the night was the match at the end of the night, which technically it should be. But it was probably second, to be honest with you. A very, very good match. Great chemistry between the two. Anything that Cesaro and Tyson could have been involved in recently, for me, has been very, very good. I'm extremely happy they're the tag champions. Whether they're going to do a rematch at WrestleMania, there's so many rematches at WrestleMania from this show. I don't know, and who they're going to face next. Again, I don't know, but I hope they hold the titles for a long, long time. And then they can go on and do bigger, better things when they eventually lose it. But I think it's the best thing for them to be doing at the moment, because WWE clearly don't want to make them main event players, and it gives you that little bit of diversity, a little bit of differentness in that tag team division, which is very, very light at the moment. But as I say, a fantastic match, fantastic win. Tyson Kidd picking up the pinfall win. And Tyson Kidd and Cesaro, the new WWE Tag Team Champions, which is absolutely fantastic, in my opinion. 1-0 to the... What are they called? The Brass Club or something. Is it? No, sorry, the Brass Ring Club. That's it, innit? Then we had the Sting and Triple H confrontation. Now, for me, this was good. I know some people were saying it was just a normal kind... Well, not normal, but a Raw kind of segment. But you know what? It worked for me. Sting said not a word. He didn't say utter a word. But essentially what it done is what we all expected. It set up their match at WrestleMania 31, which I am happy about. Obviously, I'd rather see the... Jesus Christ. The Undertaker versus Sting. But I'll set off with Triple H versus Sting and Bray Wyatt versus The Undertaker. Triple H, as I say, dominated most of the promo. Oh my god, my voice. Just bear with me a second. Right, anyway, sorry about that. My voice is going funny. But anyway, Triple H Sting confrontation. Said it led to that WrestleMania 31 match that we all expected. However, it done it in a very, very good way. They actually did have a little brawl. Christ, my voice is getting really, really bad, lads. So apologies if it does go really, really funny. But they did have a brawl. Triple H technically coming out on top. Went outside of the ring to get his sledgehammer. And Sting picked up his baseball bat. Put the baseball bat to Triple H's throat. Cornered him in to the turnbuckle. And Sting dropped his sledgehammer. And then, that's not Sting, Triple H did. Sting saying no word, pointing to the WrestleMania 31 logo. And setting up that match at WrestleMania, which is confirmed. Hopefully that'll be a no holds barred or a weapons match or something along those lines. It's a very, very good segment in my opinion. I wish there'd have been a bit more sort of like darkness to it, if you like. Certainly with the Sting entrance, perhaps they'd done a bit like what they'd done on Raw. I really, really enjoyed that. So maybe they could have integrated a bit of that in. I think it was the right decision not to make Sting talk yet. But I think he's got to talk before WrestleMania, surely. But anyway, it certainly, again, entices you into this rivalry. And I really, really enjoyed the segment. Moving on. We then had Paige versus Nikki Bella for the Divas Championship. Another BS ending to this matchup. Pulling on the tights. Nikki Bella regaining. And Paige, unfortunately, coming up short. So again, we don't know whether this is going to be a WrestleMania rematch or what's going to be going on here. But yeah, a match that had so much potential. For me, wasn't very good. Some people would say it was a decent match. I mean, Nikki Bella looked good. Paige looked her usual fantastic self in respect to wrestling. But as I say, the match again, it didn't feel like it was given enough time. The ending was bullshit. And it was a disappointment really for me personally. I'm not happy with Nikki Bella winning. I wanted Paige to win, but she's obviously going to take it to WrestleMania. Who knows? Paige might get a moment, I suppose, at WrestleMania. I'm not going to talk too much more about that. We then had another bullshit finish with Bad News Barrett versus Dean Ambrose for the Intercontinental Championship. The match was okay up until the point in which it ended. It didn't really go on that much at all. Again, this is going to be another rematch at WrestleMania. But essentially, I think it was like one of those where you put him into the turnbuckle and then Dean Ambrose kept punching him. The ref went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and disqualified him. Now on Raw and on SmackDown, the amount of times where if they get to 5 or they get to 4, they just pull the person away. They don't just disqualify them. If they do it consistently, fair enough. But I just thought it was a crap ending, an absolutely tosh ending. After the match, essentially what Dean Ambrose done is he hit him with dirty deeds, and then stole the Intercontinental Championship, which I think is a great spin on it. And I love the fact that Dean Ambrose publicly talked about building up the prestige of the title, and can't wait to see this match at WrestleMania, and hopefully Dean Ambrose comes out on top. So yeah, that's that match. Next match, Bray Wyatt. Well, it's not a match, but holy shit, this was absolutely sick. The Undertaker type music, not his music, but his kind of thing started happening. They were bringing out them, what are they called? Oh my god, I'm so ill. What are they called? I don't know. But anyway, the people wearing all black. I mean, my mind's gone blank. You know what I'm talking about. I bought those out. I thought it was fantastic. I really did. I knew it was Bray Wyatt straight away. Then they brought out the casket. Some people are calling it a fucking coffin. It ain't a coffin. It's a casket, you twat. And anyway, they were bringing that out. Pulled it to the edge of the ring, opened the casket, and out popped Bray Wyatt. At this point, Undertaker's music was playing. And just a comment on the Memphis crowd tonight. They were shit. They were terrible. They gave nothing to Goldust and Stardust other than a Cody chant. No, they were not alive for any of the matches. Not even the main event. Not really this. Not Sting Triple H. They were terrible. And that doesn't help a show, in my opinion. And that the reaction from a crowd can really make a show. That's why, for me, and I may be biased by this, but Raw after WrestleMania is always so good because of the bloody crowd. Raw, when it comes to the United Kingdom, fantastic. Again, you might think I'm being biased because I'm from the UK, but the crowd's amazing. It just makes the show that little bit better because people are excited. People are popping, there's chants going, and there's reactions for people, and that can make matches or segments a lot better or better than what they actually were. Memphis crowd were dead. They might as well not have been there. Genuinely, they might as well not have been there, and you wouldn't have known half the time. It was so quiet, which didn't help in the Rusev John Cena match, because I'll talk about it in a minute, but you heard everything John Cena said. He was like fucking talking to Rusev for the match, telling him where to put him and what to do. It was pretty poor on John Cena's part. He was doing it very loudly, and the fact that the Memphis crowd were quiet, that didn't help. Anyway, Bray Wyatt versus The Undertaker. If you didn't think Undertaker was coming back to WrestleMania, there's your confirmation. He's going to be back. He's going to face Bray Wyatt. Now, it's not a confirmed match as of yet. Hopefully, we get The Undertaker's response tonight on Monday Night Raw. Or maybe on main event. No, realistically, I expect it either tonight or maybe Not tonight or maybe next week or whatever, but they've got to do it soon. This is going to be a great match. For me, Bray Wyatt should have defeated the Streak, not Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar should have lost last year, and this should have been the Streak up for grabs, and Bray Wyatt should have won. They should have passed the torch, and Undertaker, if this is his last WrestleMania, would have then gone and retired. He'd have passed the torch to Bray Wyatt, shook his hand at the end of the match, come out the next night on Monday Night Raw, done his retirement speech, and done it that way. And that's what I think should have been done. WWE have gone down a different path. This can still work, though. And the problem with this matchup is the following. And as I say, the segment was amazing. Bray Wyatt's promo you cut, as usual, absolutely extraordinary. One of the best put together segments of recent time in WWE. One that I really, really enjoyed. And as I say, that matchup looking very, very likely. The problem with this matchup is Bray Wyatt needs to win at WrestleMania, and a lot of people don't want The Undertaker to go 21-2. But, as I say, I feel it's really got to be Bray. The only way they could do it is by somehow making Bray Wyatt look really, really strong, yet losing, and then still having that passing on of the torch type thing. I don't want to see it go 22-2, but I love 21-2, but I love Bray Wyatt like you would not believe. He is by far up there. Him and Roman Reigns at the moment are the people that I'm on, and my favourite people at the moment. And it changes frequently, but at the moment, them two are the ones I'm loving. So yeah, that is the problem with this matchup at Mania. Although it's going to be a great match in my opinion, it'll be interesting to see how The Undertaker is when he actually makes that return. But a great, well put together promo segment, and in my opinion, one of the best things of the night. John Cena versus Rusev. As I say, the big problem with this matchup was what I commented on then. Cena just telling Rusev what to do really, really loudly, so that we had another kind of screwy finish. Rusev wins via submission, although John Cena did not tap out. He did pass out, and it is counted as a submission win for Rusev. Rusev adding a couple of moves to his arsenal, which was good because he needed to. Cena looking his kind of normal main event self. But again, a decent matchup. A bit slow at times, which you expect. I expected with this matchup. Picked itself up towards the end. The big problem though, was that fact that John Cena, you could hear what was happening. It was just really annoying. Didn't help the crowd being so quiet, but at the same time, Cena just needs to tone that down. And he is one of the most guilty of doing it and making it obvious when he does do it. But as I say, the match itself was okay. I just wish they'd let Rusev just got that accolade in and wouldn't have had to kick him in the balls prior with the referee being distracted by Lana. Why do they have to do that? Just let Rusev win cleanly, for fuck's sake. It's not, and I don't care if people go, oh, he's a heel, they do heel things. We hate Rusev, or people hate Rusev because of his character, not because he cheats. That's the big difference. His character is not that he cheats, it is he hates America, which automatically gives him heat. Seth Rollins, etc., is a bit more of that heel side and that cheating. Rusev dominates, hates America, and you hate him because he hates America. You don't hate him because he dominates necessarily, you hate him because he hates America. So then why is he having to do this against John Cena to get the victory? I don't get it, but he regains the title. The right result. This is probably going to go on to WrestleMania, where I personally think John Cena will win. But as I say, a decent match, not match of the night, but a decent match nonetheless. And moving on to what was match of the night. And if anybody said Roman Reigns can't put on a good match, then watch this match. Because, and I know what you're going to say, oh, Daniel Bryan was involved. Daniel Bryan helped. But let me tell you, it wasn't all Daniel Bryan in this match who made this big match. Roman Reigns won the match, and you can believe that. It's Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania, and for me personally, I cannot wait, and I'm so happy WWE stuck to their guns. The crowd was dead for this match. They were dead for the whole night. I'm not going to talk about that. But the finish to this match was unbelievable. I was on the edge of my seat. I was supporting Roman Reigns because I wanted that Royal Rumble victory to mean something, and winning the Royal Rumble to still mean something. And ultimately, I felt that Roman Reigns deserved it, and I don't really feel that Daniel Bryan deserves a shot at the title just because he had to vacate. He had to vacate it, so he didn't lose the title, so he doesn't automatically get a rematch, in my opinion. And that, I think, is how it works with the rules. So I'm happy it worked like that. Look, I'm not taking anything away from Daniel Bryan. He's a great wrestler, and if he goes on to face Ziggler, like it's rumoured, then it's going to be a great match at WrestleMania. However, it's Roman Reigns' year. Paul Heyman is going to make this feud amazing. Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns just need to kick each other's ass prior. Brock Lesnar's on Raw tonight, so's Paul Heyman. It's going to be absolutely extraordinary. And as I say, I personally thought this match was fantastic, and that is giving credit equally to them both. The yes lock was applied a couple of times. He also done like a crossface that they called the yes lock. No, that was John Cena. It was the other match. Anyway, I mean, Daniel Bryan is just unbelievable when it comes to submissions. He is absolutely unbelievable. But then Daniel Bryan hit Roman Reigns with the running knee, and I swear to God, I was like, oh God. I thought that was it. 1, 2, Roman Reigns kicked out, and I was just like, what? Supposedly no one's ever kicked out of the running knee before. Until now. And Daniel Bryan was shocked. The ending of the match was very good. That was very good. To have Daniel Bryan go for the running knee, but Roman Reigns to spear him as he's running up to him, I thought was a great way. I knew it was going to happen, but it was a great way to end what was a fantastic match and a pretty damn good pay-per-view, in my opinion. Now, I know if you're a Daniel Bryan fan, you probably won't see this pay-per-view in that light. As a Roman Reigns fan, I see this pay-per-view in a better light than probably the neutral, but I would have thought the neutral would be pretty happy with this night. We had Randy Orton return, we had Bray Wyatt and Undertaker begin their feud, if you like, Seth Rollins and Randy Orton to restart their feud. We had Sting and Triple H at WrestleMania confirmed. We've got Brock Lesnar at Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. Goldust and Stardust, that heated up. New tag team champions. Intercontinental Championship being stolen. John Cena losing to Rusev, so be it, not particularly cleanly, but by submission, although he didn't tap. And Nikki Bella gaining her title. All in all, a very, very good free pay-per-view, because ultimately that is what it was. And if I watched that in February and I hadn't bought the network, it would probably entice me to get that network for $9.99 for WrestleMania 31. And if this show has done one thing for me personally, it has pumped me up for WrestleMania 31. It is 5 weeks away, or 4 weeks, 5 weeks from yesterday away from the biggest event of the year. It's WrestleMania season. Roman Reigns is heading to the main event, and you better believe that. Thanks for watching. I'll be back with a Raw review tomorrow, similar sort of time. Raw is going to be absolutely fantastic, I hope. I just pray to God. They've got such potential to make this one of the best Raws, like, fucking ever. I mean, they could do a tag team championship rematch. Undertaker could be there. Randy Orton's going to be making an appearance, one would expect. Brock Lesnar is there. And for me personally, whenever Brock Lesnar's on Raw, Raw is better than without Brock Lesnar. So, And also the Intercontinental Championship, the whole Goldust Stardust. Holy shit, it's going to be sick. What were your thoughts on WWE Fastlane? I understand if you were a Daniel Bryan fan, you probably didn't see the show as a great show, but take that main event out of it. What did you think of the other bits? The first hour for me was very, very good. But that is it for this episode or this review. If you have enjoyed it, please leave a like. Give me your thoughts down in the comments below on Fastlane. And as I said, we are just 5 weeks away from WWE WrestleMania 31, and you can watch it on the WWE Network for $9.99, just as Mr. Vincent Kennedy McMahon continues to tell us. Or you can find a legal stream on the internet. Either one, I ain't gonna judge. See you next time. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.